morning, kids. What time is it?
Hey, did we just get a Punisher sighting in Daredevil Born Again? Let's find out. It's at Center GeekTime TV. I just watched episode 3, Daredevil Born Again, and this is gonna have spoilers in it. I'm just gonna give you a warning right now. Spoilers. We'll have spoilers in this episode. So if you haven't watched it yet and you want to get spoiled, then come back and watch this video some other time after you watched it. But just wanted to give you the warning. And I have seen some reports and some YouTube videos of like saying that the viewing numbers are low for this series, and I don't know that for sure. I haven't looked into the viewing numbers. I don't know if it's true. Then Disney has only themselves to blame with. They have quite a record of bad MCU series. She-Hulk, Miss Marvel, Loki. I didn't like any of those. Falcon and Winter Soldier. I didn't like any of those series. So it could be people aren't like tuning in because they've just used to seeing bad series from the Disney MCU. So I wouldn't blame them. I'm enjoying this series and I'm going to keep watching it. Hopefully till the end. I hope it continues to be good, and then I'll keep talking about it as long as it reminds me of the comic books and it's a good story. So this episode 3, was mainly about the trial of Hector Ayala, aka the White Tiger. So he was arrested last episode for killing the cop, and Matt Murdock took his case and is for defending him. And most of this episode is, I could hear some people saying it's like, oh, we're not seeing Matt Murdock in a Daredevil costume yet again. I mean, I don't mind that this episode being mostly about courtroom drama. I often like the scenes in the comic books. They also did. It wasn't all about Daredevil swinging around, punching people, and putting away villains. There was also a lot of scenes in the courtroom, and I don't mind it at all. I like seeing this side of him. I like seeing the private life of him, of being a lawyer. Specifically in his profession, when he's not out being a superhero, being a lawyer is a tough job, and he puts a lot of effort into it. And I like seeing that kind of like other side of him, in addition to his Daredevil side. So I don't mind this at all. It was a pretty good episode with him defending Hector, and his defense is hinged upon the testimony of the witness to the, like, he was there's one person in the subway. He was getting beat up by the two cops when Hector came and helped him, and he ran off. So it hinges upon this witness, which at the end of the last episode, Matt tracks down, and they're keeping him in a safe house. He's able to safely bring him into the courtroom to testify. Unfortunately, he gets up there and he basically flat out lies. He says no, he wasn't anywhere near there at the time. He was home, and I don't know if that was his plan all along. It looked like he was cooperating with Murdock, but I don't know if that was his plan all along to lie, or if in the moment he looked out into into who was there, all the cops that were looking at him, and maybe he feared for his life, and he just decided he was going to lie. He was going to put his life at risk for Hector, and basically just Matt's defense falls apart right there and then. So what he does is he puts Hector on the stand, has him tell his side of the story, but it's just basically Hector's story versus a cop's story. He said, she said type thing. But then Matt pulls out his I guess backup strategy, or his like off the cuff strategy, and he basically outs Hector Ayala as the White Tiger. Nobody knows he has a secret identity as the White Tiger. Nobody knows he's the White Tiger, but he pulls out his mask right in the courtroom, and he outs him as the White Tiger to the chagrin of everyone there. Like, everyone's kind of like gasps, and then the judge is angry, the prosecutor is angry, everybody's like, what the heck is going on? And Matt just figures this is his only chance to defend Hector now, because the strategy actually works out of the woodwork now. All of a sudden, we have these local people from the local community come out and testify to Hector's character, telling him how the White Tiger helped him and has keeping crime down in the streets. And I believe that even one of them was saying that they mentioned an Officer Morales who got helped by the White Tiger, which may be referring to Miles Morales' father, who's a cop. I don't know if that's kind of like if they meant to do that to bring in that kind of like tie into that. I mean, not that it matters because we all know Peter Parker's Spider-Man and Miles Morales is Miles Morales, but that's beside the point. Then, like I said, the strategy works. The jury comes out and actually finds him not guilty on all counts. And it works in that way, but unfortunately, now everybody knows that Hector is the White Tiger, and it does put him in the crosshairs, especially since he's, the cops still think that he killed one of their own. Regardless of what the jury said, they're not going to back off, and now they know who he is. And presumably they're coming after him. Even Matt says, after what this is the only thing I thought could do that could help you, and now you're not going to be able to go out as the White Tiger anymore because of this, because everybody knows. And Matt has obviously experience being a vigilante, so he knows how to advise him. So throughout this, as we see the courtroom drama, we also have the relationship, the very tenable relationship now between Wilson Fisk and his wife Vanessa, and things are not going very well between them because Vanessa, who had been in charge of his criminal enterprises when he was gone and very successful at it, does not like that he's telling her to step away from it, because he doesn't want anything bad tying him back to him to make him look bad, because he's trying to be the mayor, and he's trying to have a clean image, and he doesn't want anybody saying anything about him being involved in any kind of criminality, which includes his wife. So they kind of have this conflict going on. She still wants to do it, and he doesn't want her have anything to do with it. And it is causing kind of like a power vacuum in the criminal underworld, and there's you see signs of chaos happening because there's a vacuum of anyone in charge. So all the other criminal heads of the organizations are kind of vying for power, because neither Fisk or Vanessa are there to take charge, and which could be Wilson Fisk's strategy all along, because then he lets the criminal underworld go into chaos, and he swoops in and eliminates them, takes care of it, and that and then to the city he's a hero, and that's why he's mayor and all that. So it could be his plan all along, but anyways, things between them are not going very well, and they even are still seeing the therapist, the psychotherapist, who, unbeknownst to them, is also now Matt's love interest. And of course, Matt doesn't know that she has them as clients either. So we'll see where that goes. And finally, at the end of the episode, despite Matt's advice, Hector goes, he tells him, you could tell me all you want about not being able to go out now that my identity is, I'm outed as the White Tiger, but, I don't do this because of some kind of ego trip or anything. It calls to me. So he, despite what everyone knows him, who he is, he puts on his White Tiger costume. He's free now, being not guilty, puts on his White Tiger costume, and he goes out into the streets to look to fight crime. And just as he's out there, just out of the shadows, suddenly out of the blue, a hooded figure comes out and basically raises a gun and shoots him in the head and kills him, which was quite a shock. Quite a shock. Not that I didn't think. I mean, I thought that might happen, that he was going to obviously be in danger and might even get killed over this, considering that Fisk. I don't know if Wilson Fisk is involved or anything like that, but he ran his campaign based on getting rid of the vigilantes out in the streets, so that might go into this. But it was just the way it suddenly happened, because I mean he's experienced at fighting crimes in the streets, and and for someone to just come out of the shadows and just pull a gun on him and shoot it with him not being aware that might be happening, I was kind of surprised at that. I kind of thought what would happen was there'd be like a big fight between him and a bunch of people that were coming after him, and he winds up getting killed. But after putting up a big fight, but nothing happened. He just got kind of just shot in cold blood, and I was like shocked at the way they did that. And also condolences. I know this happened over a year ago now, but the actual actor did. You saw that at the end of this episode that it was dedicated, because the actual actor, you kind of remind me of trying to think of his name, Boseman, who also died after playing Black Panther. He died very young. This actor who's good, also died of cancer, and condolences out to him. But you kind of knew it was coming, but again, it was just the way he went out. I thought they would give him a better way, like go out fighting. And then the very last shot of the episode, you see that the person who shot him and killed him, you see him coming towards the camera, and you see the on his shirt the symbol of the Punisher. Now, I don't think even for a minute that was the Punisher. That's not the Punisher style. The Punisher would never do that. He would never just kind of like come out of the blue and shoot somebody in the head like that. Especially not somebody like the White Tiger. The Punisher is not out there to kill other vigilantes who are fighting crime. He's out trying to kill his targets, his victims are actual criminals, and not somebody like the White Tiger. So, I mean, never for a second did I think it was actually the Punisher, but it's somebody, and it looks like to be someone who's like a cop who's corrupt, and it seems like there's a subset from the police department of certain cops who are kind of like one of them I think had a tattoo on his neck of the Punisher's symbol. So it looks like there's a subset of the police department that are being corrupt. I'm not sure if they're under the direct order of Wilson Fisk, or they're on their own, like fighting their own vigilante type crime, but it's got to be one of them. It was definitely not the real Punisher who killed the White Tiger. But I could see how that was going to draw the Punisher into this series, maybe perhaps as early as next episode or the episode after that, because Matt's going to take this personally. After defending Hector and succeeding defending Hector, he goes free and now he gets killed. Matt's going to take this personally. He's going to get angry about this, and he's going to investigate this, and perhaps he's going to bring the Punisher, or somehow the two of them will get together and team up and look for this. And I'm sure Frank Castle, the real Punisher, is not going to be happy that someone's out there using his symbol to kill an innocent person, kill another, street level hero on top of that who's fighting crime like the White Tiger. So quite shocking the way it happened, and I can see the blame going on the Punisher, and then he's going to want to fight back. All right, so that's it. Like I said, I'm enjoying this series still. Episode 3, I give it a solid 7. Still pretty high. Like I said, did remind me from the comic books with the courtroom scenes with the White Tiger and things like that, and you see Matt be a good lawyer in it. So I'm liking it. Please let me know in the comments what you think of this episode, what you think of this series, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks for watching GeekTime TV. If you like this video, please subscribe to the channel. If you subscribe, make sure to check the little bell icon anytime someone from our network drops new content here. Want some GeekTime swag? Check out the merchandise available in the GeekTime TV store, linked in the channel description below. Share GeekTime TV with friends, and as always, thank you for your support. We'll see you soon.